everybody. I thought I would film a realistic day in the life of an actual profitable day trader. What I mean by that is I'm not here to try to sell you a lifestyle to drive course sales. So you don't got to worry about that. I usually get up at 5:30. Struggled with my alarm for a bit, so it's 5:45 a.m. Most traders get up this early to look at the charts, but I actually go to the gym this early and then I start trading after. So that's the plan: gym, charts, and then do some work on my other online businesses. Like it snowed last night, man. So if you guys want to know how bipolar the weather here is in Canada, because that's where I am, it's -7 right now, or 9. And it seemed like it snowed overnight, but for whatever reason it's raining right now. Like, look at my windshield, it's all wet. Just got to the gym a little later than usual. It's a hit or a miss, the 6 a.m. workout club, but today it seems like a hit by the amount of cars. So I probably won't film much. I'm the type of person that likes to show up to the gym, fuck shit up, and then leave. Won't really acknowledge anybody either, even if I know them. But so I'm gonna quickly go do my workout. If I do film anything, it's gonna be little clips, but nothing too spectacular. And then I'll update you guys after. Just finished my workout. All my windows are all frozen from the rain because it's raining, but it's freezing outside. Another thing, the joy of being in Canada is your tire light for your tire pressure is always on, because the tire pressure is constantly shifting with the weather, because our weather is so bipolar here. Now, you guys are in for a treat, because I wouldn't be considered a Canadian if I didn't go get a Timmy's coffee in the morning, you know? So that's what we're gonna go do now, and then we're gonna go hop on the charts. There she is. I don't know if you can see it. Hi, can I just get a large black iced coffee? And that's everything. Thank you. Hi, on debit, please. Thank you. You too. We got it. Call me crazy for drinking an iced coffee in freezing weather, but it's the only way I can drink coffee. I hate hot coffee. The road conditions are so dangerous right now. Since it's raining out and it's freezing out at the same time, the rain freezes on the road and it creates something called black ice, which is like this thin layer of ice on the road that you can't see, but it's just super slippery. Crazy. We're back home. I'm gonna crash my Timmy's and then hop on the charts. So I'm back at home on the charts, about to start up the live stream. It's like 8 a.m. If I do end up filming anything for you guys, I'm gonna use the big camera and the microphone so you don't have my phone quality anymore. But I'm a very transparent trader. I do show my losses, and I'm currently trading this funded account in front of my community, my trading community. Last month, maybe I'll post something right here to show my payout last month on this funded account. And it's the start of December, obviously, so we're on a fresh new account, and see if we can either get another payout for December for Christmas, or maybe fail it. You never know. Very transparent. I'm currently in drawdown on the funded account, like 1.5%. Yesterday I called out this USD CAD trade right here a couple times. This entry obviously got stopped out, and then this one was good. We were in the $1,000 right here, a percent. I chose to hold on to it because I thought I was going to test these lows down here in this zone I have marked out. Obviously didn't, came back up, got stopped out. So I lost 1% yesterday. The last 2 days I've been losing days, for a total loss of 1.5% on the funded account. But yeah, I'm gonna start up the stream. And that's what I'm going to be doing from like 8 a.m. until like 10 a.m. And then we'll go from there. I'll update you guys as I go. Yeah, so the thing I would be looking for is exactly this. So if price comes back up and hits this, drops down, and then retests it and then shows signs of rejection again, then I would enter a sell. Okay? But for right now, the thing that I'm looking for is for it to come back down, retest this zone, and then buy it back up here. Because like I said, per my strategy and entry model, the most probable trades you can take in key consolidation zones like this one it's created are buys off the bottom and sells off the top. The most probable trades. Everybody loves to see if they can time breakouts, but that's less probable. Because once price is consolidating, it loves to consolidate and it loves to create these two support and resistance levels and then stay in between it for as long as possible. You can see it all the time. You can go back in previous price action and check for yourself, but that is exactly what happens. So it looks like this trade is away from us. So it is still possible that it's found consolidation here on the M1. Okay, so it is completely possible that it still comes back and retests this zone. Another thing that you have to take into account with my strategy is that we have been in an overall downtrend. So the least probable trades you can take in an overall downtrend are buys. Correct? Yes. So you have to go in tandem. You have to use these two things in tandem. Are we in a key consolidation zone? Yes. What trend are we overall in? We're in a downtrend. So what are the most probable setups? Sells off the top of the key consolidation zone. That is the most probable setup right now because we are in a downtrend. So that means that we should be looking for sells. We're in a key consolidation zone. That means we should be looking for sells off the top of it. Okay? So the most probable setup that could happen right now is for it to push up again and then us to take sells off the top of this consolidation zone. So I just finished trading. The markets are literally moving sideways because that's what happens in December. So like everything's moving sideways. Even the Dow is moving sideways too. I took an intuition trade, but also a little bit of a entertainment trade for the stream. It lost. It pushed down off at the top of this zone, and I was pretty much just waiting for it to pull back more and then show signs of rejection to the downside, and then I would sell it. So an intuition trade, I thought it was going to pull back right here and then shoot up, and then I put my stop losses at the bottom, and I said this was a dumb trade to take, so don't take it. So I don't think that many people took it, which is good. And I also said, like, I marked out this zone, and that's where I put my stop loss. And I said, it's very possible that market pushes down before it decides to go up. And guess what it did? Pushed exactly to my stop loss, and then it went up. And now it's just consolidating like every other market. So I took an intuition trade, also a little bit of an entertainment trade for the stream. Lost it. It was an $800 loss. And then I took this one, another entertainment trade. I just closed. This one was only a $50 loss on the Dow, just because I didn't want to be in it anymore, and I ended the stream because the markets are so boring. Like, look, even the Dow is moving sideways, man. That's how you know volatility is nowhere to be found. So anyways, losing day of like 850 bucks. We're down like 2.5%, which is good. It makes the story of the comeback and getting a payout before Christmas even better. So yeah, another losing day, 3 losing days in a row. Nobody else will tell you that happens, but I will, because I'm transparent. And I look forward to gaining it back once the volatility picks up a little bit. But to be quite honest, it'll probably just continue to drop. But we'll get it back, and then I'll get a payout before Christmas. Let's get it, baby. Okay, I'm done trading on the stream. And I think I'm going to do a quick breakdown of my previous month's trading account, my funded account, where I got a payout. And then I'll also show you the payout proof for that. But we're going to hop on that trading journal, and then I'll go through it a little bit and break it down for you guys. This was the growth throughout the month on the funded account. Started off good, and this is like what you want to see too from like a profitable trader, or like this is what distinguishes like an actual profitable trader like myself and somebody who's not, is like you have these healthy ups and downs, and you're not seeing like if somebody doesn't know how to trade and if they're not profitable, almost always their growth and equity lines will be like very bipolar and haywire. They'll look like big ups, big downs, big ups, big downs. And like the downs will sometimes even take out all of their profits and even go down into drawdown a little bit. But usually with like a profitable trader and somebody that actually knows how to compound a trading account, you'll see it go up and down ever so slightly, but the overall trend of the growth and how it looks will be up and to the right, which exactly this is how mine was on my funded account this month. Every single day or trading day, we're going up by 1% or 2%, or going down by 1% or 2%. That one was 3%, losing 0.28, 0.2, and then this was my biggest day, which is a 5% day pretty much. Then this was my worst day, which was negative 3%. But this is usually what you want to see. You want to see somebody's growth doing exactly what this is. Started to stall out a little bit here, but that's okay. And here's the balance chart as well, going a nice healthy up and to the right. Same with profit. And then minimal drawdown for the days. You never want to see an account go into massive drawdown, which obviously mine didn't. And then a couple more stats. My profit factor, my highest profit factor was just over 2. It dipped a little bit at the end there, 1.7. That's okay. My best trade was 3,400. I'll break down that trade for you guys. My worst trade was 2,500, which is pretty insane, 2.5% on a trade. You guys can actually watch this trade play out, this my worst one, play out on the one live stream that I uploaded where I lost 3.5%, and then took 42 trades, which is a ton of trades to take in a single month. But in the one live stream that I uploaded where I make 2.5%, I say the reason why I'm taking so many entries is to try to make it entertaining for you guys on stream, and then obviously for the YouTube people as well. Just makes it more interesting for you guys and more entertaining. Gives me more clickbait titles if things go in my favor, or I guess some more clickbait titles if they go against me as well. Works out. It's entertaining. That's why I took so many trades. I usually don't take that many trades, not even close to that many trades on my long-term growth accounts and personal accounts. But like I said, entertainment purposes. Now, this is very interesting. My profitability, or like my win percentage, I usually average between 40 and 60%. And guess what I got? For the month, 123 out of 42 trades, 55%. Pretty insane. And yeah, it's right on par with what I usually am around, because I usually average between 40 and 60% win rate. So that adds up. And something that I need to stress a lot is like, you have to let your trades play out. A lot of people don't, and a lot of people are over leveraging their accounts, whether it's a personal account or a challenge account or a funded account, I see it all the time. People are always over leveraging their account. And look at my average trade length. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is still not that long, mind you. Sometimes when I swing on my personal accounts and my long-term growth accounts, I'm in a trade for like a couple days or to like a couple weeks. So that's something to be mindful as well. And over the course of those long-term trades, I never take a full position size like I did on this account. Like a lot of the times, if you look at my trade history, you can see how many pips I did for the day. Most of the time, I would be just putting my full drawdown threshold position size right off the bat, which you never want to do. You never want to take your full position size on your first analysis and on your first market execution, because you don't know if you're right. Nobody knows if they're right. And that's what it comes down to. And like, you're really dumb if you take your full position size right off the bat, because you don't even know if you're right. So on my personal accounts, my long-term growth accounts, the ones I don't do for entertainment for the social medias, I usually on my first analysis and when I'm confident that I have an analysis of the market and where I think it's going to end up, I almost always take a 1 to 3 lot no matter what. It doesn't matter how large of an account I'm on. It'll be a 1 or 3 lot. And then as price moves into my favor and gives me more confirmations that it's going to keep on moving into my favor, that's when I scale in. And I keep on scaling, and the more it moves into my favor and gives me more confirmations. And what that looks like in my strategy is breaking out of key consolidation zones, retesting them, and then rejecting to the side that I want it to go to. So with that being said, obviously taking big position sizes, which you never want to do, because if you don't have your analysis right, you'll lose a lot more, obviously. Look how long I was in this trade for, 14 hours. Look how long I was in this trade for, 10 hours for 0.5%, 2 hours for 0.25%. Like, these are the things you have to take into account with your trading, is like, and then look how long I was in my worst trade for, 16 minutes. And like, it wasn't a 35 pip trade, it was a 10 pip trade, but I was just trading in like a volatile market, I suppose. And like, usually my longer trades are like this one's 22 minutes for like 2%, but like usually they're around an hour plus for most of my big trades. Like, I think this one was 6 hours, this one was almost 2. People learn a lot when you actually show losses and show the reality of trading, which is losing. The truth is, you're not going to be winning every single day, and you're not even going to be passing a challenge every single time, and you're not going to be even getting to the funded stages in prop firms, or like, even if you do get to the funded stage, you're not always going to be getting payouts, right? You got to spend money to make money, and you got to shift your mindset from, oh my God, I need to spend this amount on this challenge and pass it and then get a payout. I just need to get that one payout because it'll completely change my financial situation. Like, that's the mindset most people are in, right? You have to shift it from that to like looking at prop firms and trading as a business. You gotta spend money to make money, whether that's on challenges, funded, or challenges that you go through and fail. So you keep on buying them, and eventually you get to the funded stage. Maybe you fail, maybe you get a payout. You gotta spend money to make money in whatever business you're in, and trading is no different. Even if you're on a personal account, your losses is you spending money to make money, right? So just completely shift your mindset from it being like, this is my last resort to make money, to this is a business. I got to spend money to make money. And like, if you know what you're doing, you'll be profitable at the end of the year, end of the month, whatever you're going for. But yeah, I'm going to hop on the charts. I'm gonna go through some of my best trades, a couple of my losing trades, break them down for you. Okay, so this is Euro USD. This is pretty much where all my profits were made last month during the evaluation phase and then also during the funded phase. Another thing, I'm sorry you guys had to watch through that last part of the video because I'm editing all the clips and putting them together, and I realized just how fucking depressing I sound. So I'm gonna put on my short form voice for you guys to make it a little more so it's easier to watch and not just me talking like all monotone and depressed. Probably because I was tired and I'm not usually in the mood to socialize until like after I'm done my live stream, which is like 10 a.m. So we're on the D1 chart right now for Euro USD, and I'm gonna break down some of the trades I took, some of the best ones I took on the funded account last month that made me the $13,000. So, and I'm also gonna break down like my strategy a little bit in this video. But if you want to learn the full thing in depth, I have a full video on my channel where you can learn my entire strategy for free. So go check that out. So we're on the 1-day chart right now. And what I basically look for is key consolidation zones in trending markets. This is where my strategy excels, is when we're in trending markets like this. Obviously, we're trending down on the D1. So we're gonna go down to the 1 hour because you can't usually find key consolidation zones on higher time frames. You have to look at, I find them mainly on the 1 hour. So like you can see a lot right now. And if you can't see any, it's because you haven't been using my strategy for long enough. It takes a lot of time to get like an eye for it, but I'm gonna mark them out, and then maybe people with more experience with trading will probably be able to pick up on it pretty quick. So I started the month. I got access to my funded account last month over here, and obviously we're in a massive downtrend for like the entire month, right? So my strategy just slaughtered Euro USD, and Euro USD is by far my favorite market. It's very well behaved in terms of my strategy. So here's one key consolidation zone that I marked out. This, I'm going to be breaking down the $3,400 trade because that was like one of the first big trades, or like the biggest trade I had on my account, but also like by far it was picture perfect in terms of my strategy playing out. So I mark out these key consolidation zones. I can mark out a couple more, and then you guys will probably be able to pick up on it. But like pretty much what price does, it's either consolidating or trending. Consolidation is when it bounces in between these zones. Trending is when it's moving. Okay? That's literally all price does. And when it breaks out of one of these key consolidation zones that it makes, it almost always breaks out, retests it, and then either rejects or goes back into the zone. So what I look for is for price to break out of them, reject, and then take the sell off it in this case, and then ride it down to its new zone that it creates or goes into. That's one of the entries. One of the entries is taking trades inside the consolidation zone, which you don't want to take it in the middle because you don't know where the hell it's going to go. The most probable trades you can take in key consolidation zones are buys and sells off the top of it. So that's another entry model. It's the same exact entry model like the breakouts, except this time you're taking it for testing the bottom, like the support right here, waiting for it to do a clean breakup, and then a retest, and then show signs of rejection back into the zone, and then that's when you take the trade. Okay? So you can't see like the breaks and retests really on high time frames, so I usually find them on the 5-minute. Okay? So we'll go down to the 5-minute really quick, and then I'm going to break down this $3,400 trade for you. So we're on the 15-minute, but you can still see it on the 15-minute clearly. But I usually find them on the 5-minute. It was just too far back, so I couldn't see it. So this is the key consolidation zone, and I seen that we were in it, and I seen that we were in an overall downtrend, which means the most probable setups are for it to continue to drop in the overall trend. That's the most probable thing that'll happen, is that price will continue to drop in a selling market. It will continue to drop. That's the most probable thing that'll happen. So I was waiting for it to break out on the bottom side, and then for it to break out, retest, and then show signs of rejection, and then that's when I took it. I missed the first entry signal that I would have taken, but I trusted my analysis, and I entered the trade like right here, and then I wrote it down to like these lows down here, and that was the $3,400 trade. But like you can see it clearly even on the 15-minute a lot. Like key consolidation zone, price bounces around it. When it chooses to break out, look, breaks down, retests the zone, rejects off of it, continues to drop. Look at this one. Breaks out of the zone, retests it, shows signs of rejection, continues to drop. Goes into another zone, breaks out, retests it, continues to drop. Here's another retest. This one's less clean. These are all considered retests, I guess you could say. But like they're not always clean like this. That's something you gotta account for. Sometimes it's unclean like this, and then it continues to drop. Okay? And now I will show you guys some other trades I took. So I lost a few right here. Mark out this zone. So I took a buy right here. I lost this trade because I was aiming for the highs. Something you got to account for with this strategy too is sometimes when you have these zones, they don't always go all the way up to the high or to the low. Sometimes it only goes to the midway point, which exactly here was the midway point. So I put my buy in. I got a buy signal right here, and then I was up 1% on this trade, chose to hold it, and then it stopped me out over here. But look, even in this zone, breaks out of it, retests it, continues to drop, right? And then creates another zone down here. It's literally the simplest thing, almost too simple. And then I got a sell right here, broke out of the zone. I took this as like a unclean retest of this zone, so that's why I took a sell. It dropped. I think this was like another $2,000 trade. And then I tried to buy it right here because it came back into the zone, and then it showed signs of rejection to the upside. And then I got stopped out on this 15-minute red candle. And like I said before, like my win rate's like 40 to 60%. So that's something you got to account for too with this strategy. And then I got buys right here. It's pretty much the same thing over here. I mark out another zone right here. Maybe I'll do it. Like this is another zone too. And then I marked out this zone right here for potential buys, just because obviously price has bounced off and consolidated around this price point right here. So that's why I marked it out. And then like, so I marked it out. And then I said if price, this is when it broke up right here. Then I said if price came back down, touched it, retested, and then showed signs of rejection, that I would get a buy. Which exactly that's what it did. Bought it up here. That's where I took my profit. And then I had another zone at the top of this one, right here. And basically I had text right here, and I said, once price chooses where it's going, either to the upside or downside, I'm going to take a buy or sell off of it. So if it breaks up to the upside and then retest the zone, show signs of rejection to the upside, I would buy it. But if it breaks out of the zone to the downside, retest it, show signs of rejection to the downside, I'd sell it. This was during the overnight session, but that's exactly what happened. Broke down, retested, dropped, and then I got the exact same trade over here. This was the less clean retest of this little buy zone right here. Dropped down right here, so signs of rejection, and then I bought it, and then I sold it back down, closed it, and that's pretty much like the strategy. It's incredibly simple. the one thing you have to learn is how to eye out these zones and then execute off of them. Because clearly, once you're able to see these zones, you can clearly take advantage of it. Either when you're in consolidation, buying and selling off the top of it and bottom of it, or playing off the retests of the breakouts. Super simple. It's incredibly simple. And you just got to try it out, back test it for yourself. Trust me, it works. I have tons of data on it. Entries are on you. Because I think everybody and their trading psychology is different. So different entry criteria is usually best instead of just following somebody else's. So yeah, try it out. And that's pretty much the trades of last month, the big ones and some of the losers, because like this strategy is like between 40 and 60%. So just keep that in mind if you're doing it on your personal account, but especially on a challenge account, that you have to adjust your risk and your drawdown threshold to accommodate that 40 to 60% win rate. All right, I'm gonna go board for a bit and I'm gonna wrap it up after that. I might put some quick clips of me boarding at the end of this, but nothing too crazy. That's pretty much it. For the rest of the day, I'm just going to be working on my various online businesses and then also filming content for them. It's a pretty chill day. And this is like usually how my days go. And then during the evening, afternoon, I'll maybe look at the chart, do a quick mock up for the group. But other than that, my trading day is completely done. It's just in the morning. My data shows that's when I'm the most profitable. If you're interested in getting a free $50,000 challenge account and watching me trade live, go check out the link in the bottom, ascendantacademy.ca. You get access to everything for $20 a month, including your very own $50,000 challenge account that you can follow along with me and trade with me, and then possibly earn rewards on. Another thing, every single month that you stay in the group, you're eligible for giveaways and rewards. So definitely read into that too. It's all on the website. You can read all about it. I take a completely different approach to the whole trading group and course stuff. Like I'm different. I'm not going to say like my course material in my trading group is going to make you profitable, because it won't. And I also don't think you being reliant on me will make you profitable or make anybody profitable. So I do not say that as well. I won't ever sell you a bot or a trading algorithm. That's all bullshit. And I also want to let you guys know that if you do end up joining my group, you have to actually want to be a day trader. You want to actually have to want to do it as a career. Otherwise, you won't succeed. Because it could take you a few years before you see any benefits or any rewards from trading, just like any other career. You have to deal with a bunch of new guy shit when you start a new career, especially like when you first start going at a new job. You got to have the same mindset with trading. It's a career choice, not just a side hustle or a hobby that you want to get rich from. That doesn't happen in life. And I hate to say that to you, but if you're still smoking on the pipe dream of wanting a Lamborghini in a couple months from trading, it ain't going to happen. Okay? So hit the link if you want to become a trader. $20 a month, you get your own 50K challenge account. You get to watch me trade live and go through all my course material, all for coffee money, instead of paying for these watered down courses that everybody else sells you that costs you your rent and your mortgage. I hope you all have a good day. If you guys don't want to join the group, it's all good. Just stay tuned, subscribe, like, and I'm dropping a ton of free content on the YouTube, so you can just chill out and wait for that if you don't want to join the group. But yeah, take care. It's a pretty chill day. This is a realistic day of a day trader. And I want to stress, make sure you have other income sources besides trading, because it is very inconsistent compared to having other businesses. So full transparency. Take care.